In this video, we will be changing the HDMI port on a PlayStation 4. When the customer first brought this in, I looked at the port and I did not see anything wrong with it. But upon inspecting the board under a microscope, I did notice that the pins are either crooked, they pulled off the pads, or they shifted to the right side of the board. Let's take a look under the microscope to show you what I'm talking about. So those are the pins of the HDMI port. If I get the tweezer, notice how the pins move as I put pressure on them. Look at this. Not even a single one is connected to the pad. Unbelievable. Not even a single one connected to the pad. So the only thing holding this HDMI port on the board are the hooks on both sides of the port. So we have two over here. One, two, and we have two over here. The way the connector looks like is this. We have two hooks on each side. This will get soldered onto the board so the connector is solid and stable on the board. And we have the front pins that we must solder. Okay, so after this is done, we should have a working HDMI port. To take this board out, we're gonna be applying the low melt solder, so we lower the melting temperature of the joints, and then we can use our hot air gun lightly. Okay, 1 second.
It had the virus, but I wanted you just work, and I gotta go. And,
Who told you there's a virus?
Some people, those people at the store.
What store?
It's not Staples, the other one.
Best Buy? Fry's?
No, the other one.
I do not know.
I can't think there's, and they want 200. Can you fix it?
Yes, of course.
I think
you know, as long as it turns on, right? The laptop turns on.
I don't know. I don't think so.
If it doesn't turn on, it's not a virus issue.
Well, how did they know that? Okay, I only have a minute. I'm going to
It's gonna take me 30 seconds.
Oh, okay.
I just want this to turn on, and that's it.
Now, that doesn't work. I have another one that's older, but they said it just won't connect to my light. Oh, that I'm starving.
And you are all set. Alright, so as I was saying, in order to take the port out, we're gonna apply a low melt solder onto the hooks, to the side hooks of the port, so we can lower the melting temperature of the port. By doing this, we can use our hot air gun lightly in order to remove the port. I do not want to use only the hot air gun to remove the port because I do not want to expose a lot of heat onto the board. A lot of cons than pros applying too much heat to a board, especially these boards. They are very easy to damage, unlike MacBook boards, which takes a lot of heat. So let's start by removing the HDMI port. Turn on the fume extractor so we do not inhale any of the fumes coming from the burn solder. This tip may not be big enough for the job. This is the one we use for big jobs. Okay, our connector is out. Let's do some cleaning. We want to make sure the holes are open so the connector can fit nice and tight. Right now we have 1, 2. As you can see, they're closed. We'll apply some flux and then we can wick the solder off so we have open holes. We have to give the hole enough time and heat to wake up the solder. Solder is attracted to heat, so as you put more heat on the joint or on the hole, the solder will get sucked up. Without flux, wicking will not work. So that's one of the pins here. 2, 3, 4. Flux, flux. Now for the soldering of the front pins. Let me see if this tip is good. Probably not. What's up, boss?
How's it going?
All right.
Do you have any
What?
iPhone 8 cases?
So let's go ahead and solder the pins. A few minutes and we should be done. Right, so our pins should be all soldered on to the board. We just want to check for loose pins. Start from pin 1. So far so good. Everything is nice and solid. All the pins are connected firmly to the board. That's how it should be. Perfect, everything is good. So the job is done. What we can do also is we can use the horsehair brush and a lint-free dry wipe to actually get in between the pins. Just dip the brush in alcohol and put the wipe over the connector and just brush on the wipe. We can then move the wipe, brush, move the wipe, brush. All the burnt flux will stick here. That's a very good method to get in between hard to reach areas. So that's the HDMI port right here. This is the front. If you look on the back, 4 joints right there. And there you have it. We have a lot of stuff to cover, a lot of stuff to do. We have some new stuff that came in today. We have an older iMac that came in today, probably a 2007, 2008. We have, be right there, blue screen error. It's an older laptop, so we're gonna see what the problem is. Hello, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
All right, what can I do for you?
I'm here to pick up the
Which one?
MacBook.
Thank you. Should you have any questions, you can always call or drop in.
Sure.
Take care.
Thank you
Bye-bye.
so much.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
What's up, boss?
Hey sir, how's it going?
All right, all right. What can I do for you?
I left a Samsung Galaxy tablet.
So this is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you again in the next video.